Today I'm talking about River Valley Glassworks. This is the game that I really like. It was designed by Adam Hill, Ben Pinchback, and Matt Brittle, and the art was by the ever so talented Andrew Bosley, who loves drawing animals. The game was published by Allplay in 2024, and it became pretty popular. Okay, let's talk about what comes in the box. We got the regular rulebook and the solo rulebook. Oh, don't need these for now right now. We have the rocks. All of the rocks inside this fancy bag. Bag? More bags? Bag? More bags. More bags, I guess. Board. Advertisements that I never throw away and just keep inside the box. And player boards. So this is how the game works. There's the lake, the river. You got your player boards, which you're taking glass from the river, putting them on your player board. Got some glass in your satchel here. You got a little counter to show how many glass you have on your player board when you collect them. So you're going to take one glass piece from your satchel and you're placing it on the corresponding river piece. So in this case, this is like a diamond kind of shape. So it's going to go on the diamond. And that's going to be this one right here. So place it there. And I take all the pieces from one of the river pieces next to it. So I could take all this and I could place it right here into my player board. And that would move the counter accordingly. So since I have 2 glass right now, put up to 2. And then eventually when I run out or I get really low on glass in my satchel, I could take pieces from the lake and put them into my satchel. And once someone places a glass piece on a river tile and takes all the pieces from one of the adjacent tiles, then that tile goes into the back of the line and everything pushes forward. So the game state's always changing. And how you get points is by completing rows and getting columns. And you can see on the player board it shows the more common colors that come out and the more rare colors that come out into the river. And so the strategy is to get the more rare colors first and then the more common colors last. Because you could see there are more points the more you have of them. And then the person who wins is, I guess, like the best block collector or something. I don't know. Let me talk more about the game as I after I clean this up. Holy cow. Why did I decide to do that? Okay, so I talked about how the game works a little bit. So, why is it good? First of all, this game is simple. You're literally just taking a glass from your satchel and you're placing it on the corresponding river tile. Then you're taking all the tiles, all the glass from the tile next to it, either side. Then you're literally just placing it in your player board, just like that. And then as people place more pieces on river tiles, then they'll collect more glass. And another thing I forgot to mention is if you have 2 of the same shape in your satchel, instead of placing one piece, you could place both of those pieces on any river tile. And then you'll be able to take all the tiles from the left or the right of that tile. And that makes for more glass going on the river tiles, which could make for more interesting decisions. Like this one has 3 pieces while this one has only 1 piece. So you might want to go for like the 3 pieces, or you might want to go for the 1 piece if you don't want to collect the 3 pieces. Because another thing I forgot to say is if you collect too much of one color or too many different colors, it goes into the overflow. And also if you have too many pieces in your satchel, it goes to the overflow. You only have a maximum of 5 in your satchel. And for each glass that goes to the overflow, it's minus 5 points at the end of the game. Negative 5 points. You do not want that. Sorry, correction. Negative 3 points. Still bad. And also the art is just so good on this. Andrew Bosley did a good job on this animal art. Look at this beaver here. But then we also got this fancy schmancy turtle with a monocle on him, so you know he's rich. No, we had this fancy schmancy alligator making some clothing or something. I don't even know what that is. And then we got the frog dudes. They're collecting glass like it's nothing. And the fancy schmanciest of them all, the glass collector, Beaver. Look at all that glass. Additionally, this game has a expansion. It's called River Glass and Other Sundry. And this is basically filled with modules that you can add into the game. You pick one or two of the modules, and then everybody picks a card from the module, and it's basically just an extra thing, which could be a goal to go towards to get victory points at the end of the game, or a one-time ability they can use once per game, things like that. Or an ability that you can use throughout the game over and over. I love adding this expansion into the game because it doesn't add too much, but it's really nice to have these modules in the game. And then also, if you like solo modes, the back of each of these player boards is a different bot that you can play against. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and they all have varying difficulties from 1 star to 4 stars. I played every single one, and I think I lost like half of them. Anyways, it's a really good solo mode as well if you want to try it out. It's really cool, and they all play different. Every bot plays in a different way. This is a pretty solid game, and it's easy to learn, so I give this an 8 out of 10. Thank you for listening to me talking about this game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.